Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. I am me, and just welcome to a brand new day of designing. You know, it's a good day because we're back designing. I hope you're all doing well. There's a PSD for this in the description. It is paid because I did work hard on the render and spent an unbelievable amount of time on this. Hopefully it shows, and I hope you guys like it. If you do, please help me subscribe. We're trying to get to 10,000 this year. Hopefully we do in the next few months. And yeah, like the video if you did like it, and a nice little comment would be good. And you could follow me on Twitter to see any updates, to see what happens next. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, this one, except for the text. But with this, pretty much I'm just adding how I normally do with an outer glow right there. Not exactly with the blending mode though. I do take a purple brush and then I put it on probably overlay or color. Then I take a white brush and put it right in front of that. And then I actually paint around everything, and then I set the blending mode to color and I put that below everything. But before you even put anything in, this render of course is mine. I made it. It's in my pack, or it's in the PSD that you can buy. Whatever one works for you is good, but yeah, just pop it in. Of course this does work with any render if you want to make your own and all that, but yeah, pretty much it's 1500 by 500 are the dimensions, and the DPI is probably about 300 would work for you for this one. And yeah, pretty much you're just going to start with that, and a lot of this just depends on adding a lot of linear dodge in outer glow. But to start with, pretty much add the glow around the character like I said to begin with, and then after that you're going to add a little bit in front and color correct the render itself. Alright, and then we're just popping in an explosion from my pack, which is called the Everything Pack. We're taking this one. This is my old Everything Pack. I did make a new one that's extended. It is a bit more expensive, but it will have this render in it, as well as all my old renders, and like probably double the stuff as my old pack. But yeah, I would check it out if I were you. I think it's a pretty solid pack if you're into it and you want to help me out, because college is expensive and I appreciate it. I am still working and going to school and doing this all at the same time, so it does help a lot when you purchase a little something, so I'd appreciate that. But yeah, pretty much we're taking this in, putting a hue and saturation layer above it, and then making it nice and purple by just messing with the slider there. You can see me do it. It's pretty simple, and the blending mode for the explosion is linear dodge add, of course. And then to just color correct the character itself, I'm just adding a bunch of clipping masks above it and setting some of them to linear dodge where there's a glow, or just setting it to color and painting it purple just so everything mixes well together. You can see right here on the glow parts of the forearm, I am going to do that there with linear dodge, and then after that we'll get into more stuff around the render. And then right here, to make it really artificial, I'm just painting in some spots around and setting them to linear dodge, and probably going to add some particles after that. Of course, I am going to turn the opacity down quite a bit because it would look kind of crazy, but this is just to add more of a diffuse glow around the render itself. Alright, nice little trick to add some sort of perspective here. I am painting a tree, setting the blending mode to whatever works by making it pretty dark, then I'm going to convert that to a smart object and just sort of make a filter blur and then motion blur. I do want this to be pretty dark, and you can see right here I'm painting it twice to make sure it's dark. And once you do that, it'll make something that's like in the way of the render, so it'll sort of, it's weird, it's kind of like an illusion, but it's just like, it adds a lot more epic perspective to it. Alright, then right here I just added some nice linear dodge glow in front of everything, a tiny bit of particles, then I added the health bar right there. That's just a stock health bar. Of course it's in the PSD, and then I'm taking this tree that we just did, and I'm just placing a bunch of them, and I'm going to turn the opacity down for a lot of them also. Alright, and then right here I'm taking some stock grass, and I'm actually going to place it right in front of something that's glowing, so I'll put it to the left right here, and I'm actually going to use it again in the end. But pretty much you're going to place it, make it really dark with like a dark purple, or maybe even black if you want, but not too dark. Then after that I'm going to just go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then it'll sort of give it a nice little illusion with a nice little glow behind it. It's super easy, and I would recommend this to add some nice perspective. Alright, the text is pretty crazy and way too complex to sort of explain, so pretty much I used my Lightroom, the JM Arts Lightroom, and just popped in my text and my font, which I'll put in the description. It's only for personal use. So then I'm just going to add a bunch of just crazy effects on it and just paint it until it turns out fine. Of course you can just use regular text and just make it purple, but I went kind of crazy and added a bunch of beveling, a bunch of embossing, a bunch of inner glows until it kind of made a nice little effect right here. You can see I started out, then I added, I liquefied it, then I added some nice camera raw filters to it, then I went to filter gallery and added this sort of diagonal motion blur type thing to it, and I just keep on going until it turns out well. Here's a speed art of me making the text. Alright, I know the text is kind of crazy, but I do color correct it right here, and I don't really want to explain how I did the text because it took me a couple of hours to do, so I need a whole other tutorial. So if you guys are interested in learning about how I did the text like that, just let me know and I can probably make a tutorial if there's enough people wanting to see it. But right here I'm adding in a nice little grenade. I'm sort of bending it so it gives a nice like sort of a principle of animation squash and stretch type thing, if that makes any sense. I'm painting it purple and I'm posterizing it as well. If you don't know how to do that, just go to filter, posterize, or just edit posterize, and that's how you do it pretty much. And I'm going to add a nice shadow to a nice motion blur as well. Then I'm going to add a lot more stuff around it as well for the banner. Alright, and then right here I'm just adding a cube at the top. I'm adding a lot of glow behind the text as well. A lot of smoke from my pack just popped in right there. And then yeah, that's how you make a nice little banner for FAZE Sway. I hope you guys enjoy. Of course, if you did leave a like, it means the world to me. You guys have been super supportive, so I really appreciate that. I'll have more esports type stuff soon, but a lot of people want this 3D text, so I had to bring it to you. So here it is. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hope you're all doing well. Here's our final project after everything's color corrected and all that. Anyway, bye.